What the Garvan's achieved in the last 50 years is, first of all, to have become from scratch one of the nation's and the world's great medical research institutes. It's a beacon for gifted people in the city and in the country. It's made fundamental contributions to understanding hormonal diseases like diabetes and osteoporosis, and is now got a strong reputation in immunological diseases, neurological diseases and in cancer.
Well, the fact that it's our 50th is a great opportunity for Garvan to re-engage with people who've been supporting us for the past 50 years. An important aspect of the work of the Foundation is to give back to the community. So we're very much aware of the fact that we were set up 50 years ago through the generosity of the community as part of that amazing capital campaign by the Sisters of Charity. And since then we've been receiving some wonderful support. But through our community outreach, through our presentations, through our public seminars, through our information leaflets and our website, our aim is to give back to the community who've been giving so much to us over the past 50 years.
I came back to the Garvan 4 or 5 years ago to start developing my independent research career and building a lab here. And so basically our research has been focused around autoimmune diseases, and one of those is multiple sclerosis. So this is a fairly new project for us, but it's really exciting, and the Young Garvan Award was awarded for us to work on this project, and it's going to allow us to hopefully to get it off the ground and to a point where it can be funded by some of the major funding bodies.
We are a large team, so as members of the Australian Pancreatic Cancer Genome Initiative, our aim is to really characterise in detail the molecular landscape of pancreatic cancer. And so what we really want to do with this information is to use it and guide treatment strategies for patients with pancreatic cancer. Because the current strategy for the treatment is that basically every patient gets the same standardized therapy. And what our data has shown is that pancreatic cancer is a heterogeneous disease, so that this kind of one drug fits all patients approach just simply doesn't work. We develop new models of this disease, so we really use the pancreatic cancer samples that we get from these patients to develop the models so that we can test newer therapies and hopefully identify the right drug for the right patient.
One of the genes or proteins we work on is called PARC9. We were part of a discovery and an international collaboration with the US to find out that this is a gene whose, if you can make more of it or elevate its expression, you can reduce the toxicity of that other damaging protein in Parkinson's called alpha-synuclein. So because synuclein is such a damaging protein in this disease, anything that we can stop it is going to be hopefully a therapy. And so the Michael J. Fox Foundation, based in the US, funds research globally, and they're interested in things or funding work further down the therapeutic pipeline, where they'll actually closer to helping patients, not exploring some of the more basic scientific aspects. So the award to me was very exciting to receive because A, we could do the research, 2, it's a vindication that what we're doing is internationally recognized. It also really helped our collaborations. If you're actually working with a team rather than occasionally discussing that, it brings us different researchers within Sydney who have an interest in Parkinson's closer together and share those ideas more. So it had multi-tiered effects.
My focus is on diabetes and obesity, and specifically how we can reverse type 2 diabetes, or most cases of type 2 diabetes, where obesity and overnutrition is a very big problem. Specifically, I'm interested in how adipose tissue and inflammation impact on glucose metabolism. And to do that, we've been collecting fat tissue in people with diabetes and with obesity, and looking at how it signals to the rest of the body and how that influences glucose levels. Over the last 7 years, I've been collecting a tissue bank of adipose tissue, visceral and subcutaneous adipose tissue, from people undertaking bariatric surgery for their obesity and diabetes. And it's a unique sample because I've been following these people up through my clinical practice, and we've been able to look at genetic signatures in the adipose tissue and how it relates to their outcomes after surgery. As a clinician, I have access to patients, their samples, the ability to follow them up prospectively, but also to do interventions in them. And I can marry this with opportunities at the Garvan, but also nationally and internationally with other groups that have expertise, for example in epigenetics or in novel proteins that are being investigated.
I think what's special about the Garvan is the expertise that's here, the expertise in cancer biology, immunology and bone biology, and that's really what excites me. It's the possibility of bringing those researchers together in those three key areas and being able to do things that we couldn't do elsewhere. It's really inspiring coming to a community of scientists like this where there's a lot of excitement about research, a lot of enthusiasm. So it's really given me a boost, and I'm learning new things. That was the whole point. I wanted to go somewhere where I could learn things beyond bone biology.
To come to the Garvan, and particularly with the Kinghorn Cancer Centre, where we can introduce this next generation bioinformatics and genome analysis, not only to assist cancer patients, which is the particular mission of the Kinghorn, but also to create a new intellectual milieu that will, I think, transform the way we understand all of the diseases that Garvan is so famous for having worked on. Osteoporosis, diabetes, cancer, immunological diseases and neurological diseases. We're really on the threshold of something extraordinary in medicine. We are in the early stages of moving from the art of crisis management to the science of good health, and Garvan intends to lead the way.